trying new foods. And so I want to use Master Gardener program to really fuel my understanding, to help share with all of our wonderful members, and just, make our spaces as productive as possible to have as much opportunity for learning.
Hi everyone, my name is Bettina Loudermilk and I'm from Sun Valley. I kind of came into gardening through my mom and my grandmothers. They were all gardeners, but it wasn't really my thing. I liked horses and I would rather be out riding horses. But recently I got a property of my own that had an empty slate. There was nothing in the backyard. And I decided I wanted to make a native garden, but make it a native garden for butterflies, monarchs in particular. But as I saw more and more butterflies come into my garden, I wanted to learn more about what plants worked for them. I'm very fortunate that Theodore Payne Wildlife or Nursery is right by my house. They're a native nursery. So I go over there all the time and pick their brains and, what plants should I put in my garden for what. And I pretty much just started throwing plants in my garden and not really knowing what I was doing. And so now I'm trying to learn more about how to make the garden a better garden, how to prune it better and all of that fun stuff. I do education presentations about butterflies and the importance of native plants for butterflies and bugs in general. If we don't have our bugs, we don't have everything up the food chain. I also work at a nonprofit, and we have the ability to possibly start a vegetable garden. And so I want to learn more about gardening and all of that fun stuff so that I can take what I learned here and present it there and maybe work that into the community, and who knows where it's going to go. So I'm looking forward to volunteering more and learning more about gardening through this program.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Giamarino. I'm originally from Anaheim, California. I was kind of born into a passion for gardening, farming, and the environment. My grandparents on my mom's side were Polish and Irish immigrants that owned a dairy farm in Norco. And my grandma was, on my dad's side, was this very boisterous Italian lady from Brooklyn. So I spent a lot of time in the kitchen learning about fresh basil and onions and garlic, how to make the perfect sauce, and just like the smell of manure and steady diet of potatoes and meat on my mom's side when I first grew up. Currently live in Highland Park. I just moved here after 10 years in New York City, getting an education in sustainability, urban design, and environmental justice. I volunteered at local community gardens in the South Bronx and Harlem. And my interest, I guess, in this master gardening program is based on my experience volunteering at these community gardens in New York, where these were brownfield sites where the local community overcame redlining and industrial land uses in their neighborhoods and created these communal spaces where they could provide inner city youth places for physical activity, fresh food, education, and just greener spaces. And I look forward to interacting with all of you over this 13-week journey.
I think that's everybody. Let's give you all a big hand. Wonderful. Well, every year this happens. We have such amazing people who come through this program, and every year I'm like, well, this class can't possibly be more amazing than last year's class because they were unbelievable, but it happened again. So it's just really amazing to hear all the passion and the excitement and all the great networking that's going to happen. And that is truly one of the transformational things about being in the Master Gardener program is the contacts you make, the people you get to know, the resources and ideas that are generated through everybody that you will meet in this class. And you'll see that you might end up with a new best friend, you might end up with a new collaborator. Really, people form a lot of great collaborations through participating in each year's MG class. So we're letting you go a little early today, so that won't happen very often. But the more of an introductory, getting to know you day. Does anybody have any questions before we wrap up? Yes?
Just a question about volunteering. If we connect through the VMS with an organization, do we let you know as well that we've done that? Or I know we track our hours at a different time. but-
Yeah, Valerie's going to answer that. Go ahead, Valerie.
So if you see a volunteer opportunity that you are interested in and you contact the person and you feel like it's a good fit and you decide to do that, there is a email address on that volunteer opportunity that you can email back. It's the Opportunities Committee, which is made up of MGs that post those opportunities, and you just email them back saying, hey, I took this one, can you note that? And that's all.
Okay.
It's really simple.
Okay, yes.
So just to be clear, if we get volunteer hours between now and June 30th, whatever we do in this year counts toward the 50 weeks.
Okay. Anything else? Yes,
Just repeat homework, please.
Blanche.
Yes.
Yes.
Repeat the homework, please.
Yes, the homework is you want to bring a 1-quart jar, like a mason jar, half full of soil from your yard or your community garden plot or whatever. It really doesn't matter where you get the soil. You're going to read chapter 3 in the book, which is soils and fertilizers. You're going to bring back your code of conduct signed if you didn't turn it in today. And I'm going to email you some additional readings. Okay? You bet. Lee?
Oh, the Seeds of Hope volunteer roster that we signed, will we get a confirmation of, or do we just show up on the day we mark
You
off?
show up on the day you signed up for at 8 a.m. or as close to that as you can be there to get your volunteer hour in. Okay? You bet.
Okay, and along those same lines, I think you had asked if there were other opportunities at other times during the week to volunteer with Seeds of Hope, and I spoke with Erica, and she said that there would be. You just need to email her, and she'll let you know the times during the week that you're interested in, so I will post her email address for you guys to contact her directly.
Do we need to bring anything? Rules, gloves?
I don't think so, I don't think
All right, so next week, I don't believe we're meeting in this room next week, so be sure to check in at the registration desk and they will direct you. I think, is it right across the way where we're meeting? Okay. But this is always your check-in point at the registration desk, and they will always know where the group is meeting. All right? Do we want them to move the tables back?
We need 6 guys to stay and help us put the tables and the chairs back.
We're strong women. Guys are strong.